And we are live. Welcome back to Takes by Fans. We got a great show for you today. As always, we are live every single day at noon Eastern. If you want to watch live, head over to takesbyfans.com/watch. If you want to watch but not live, head over to our YouTube channel, Takes by Fans. We post all of our shows and clips of the show there on a daily basis. And if you just want to listen, we are on podcasting apps, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio. So however you want to watch or listen, we've got you covered multiple ways. All right, today's a big old Tuesday, folks. Week 13 in the NFL just wrapped up last night, and man, oh man, what a game. From it just being windy, nobody wanting to run the ball, or everybody wanting to run the ball, the Patriots only passing the ball 3 teams. We got to talk about Bill Belichick's genius, and I'm seeing everybody salty on Bill Belichick. What is up with that? What a complete 180 on the Bill Belichick narrative real quick. I mean, this entire season, everybody was on Bill Belichick, saying he's such a great coach, best coach of all time, getting it done with the rookie quarterback, looking real good with the rookie quarterback, defense back at it after only a one kind of off year last season with the defense. And now that he beats the Bills, everybody wants to say, oh, Bill doesn't deserve any more credit. Nobody was giving Bill Belichick credit for the game plan and all that. I just don't get why everybody a complete 180 flip on Bill Belichick, even though he had one of the best coaching performances of all time last night, folks. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. I'm spoiling it all, but we're breaking down the Monday night game if you could not tell, and we're giving Bill Belichick all the credit. Every single piece of credit I am giving to Bill Belichick and one other person, but we'll talk all through it when we get to the game. So breaking down the Monday Night Football game from last night, we got to do our NBA Daily 10, and then we got to update our NFL Power Rankings as well. Now that the entire Week 13 in the NFL has wrapped up, we can reorder our top 10, and I'm so glad that we kind of shook it all up last week because, I mean, we've got pretenders again. We're knocking out 3 teams. We got 3 new teams in the top 10 here, so we are ready to go. So let's put 10 minutes on the clock here. Next 10 minutes, uninterrupted basketball talk of what just happened yesterday in the NBA. 10 minutes on the clock, and the 10 minutes start right now. Alrighty, tons of games on in the NBA. We had 3 bets going, so let's see how we did. First game up here, 76ers at the Hornets, and the 76ers get the win by 3, but we bet them -6.5. Dang, the Hornets, back-to-back games. Got to give them credit there. The +6, that was the side to be on. Unfortunately, we didn't expect the Hornets to kind of ball out like they did last night on the back-to-back. So 76ers get the overtime win, 127-124. Let's start here with the 76ers since they got the win. Joel Embiid doing Joel Embiid things out here. 43 big, ginormous points, 15 rebounds, 7 assists, and he shot 75%. Sheesh. We had Tobias Harris with 21 points, 11 rebounds. Shake Milton at the 1, 16 points, only 2 assists, 4 rebounds. No Tyrese Maxey last night, truly unfortunate, but Shake Milton still did a really solid job out there last night. Seth Curry, not a great job last night. 6 points on 27% shooting, 0 of 6 from the 3. We'll give Seth Curry this one pass. He hasn't really had any really bad games. This was a little bit of a bad game, but it still resulted in a win, so we can't knock him too much. And then Danny Green, classic Danny Green things, 9 points, 3 of 7 from the 3, nothing that great. And then off the bench, nothing great off the bench here in this game. We had Georges Niang, 7 points. We had Andre Drummond, 6 points, 3 rebounds, but that was really it. But they got the win in overtime, so give the credit to the 76ers. And then here for the Hornets, still no LaMelo Ball, so Kelly Oubre Jr. still in the starting lineup, 35 points. And yes, sir, shout out to Kelly Oubre Jr., man. You know, we're not that high on Kelly Oubre Jr. We want him coming off the bench, but these back-to-back games that he needed to be in the starting lineup truly got it done. Led the team in scoring, 35 points, shot 54% from the field, 6 of 13 from 3. Definitely big credit, along with sides with 4 steals and 5 rebounds and 3 assists. A wonderful night, wonderful back-to-back nights by Kelly Oubre Jr. Then everybody else in the starting lineup really got it done as well. Cody Martin, 14 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists. Nick Richards at the 5, 12 points, 5 rebounds without Oh, man, who's their big that we don't love? Cody, Caleb. Oh, man, I'm blanking on the name. But well done by Nick Richards. A solid game out there going against, the beast that is Joel Embiid. Miles Bridges, 16 points, 6 assists, 6 rebounds. And then Gordon Hayward, 12 points, 9 assists, 5 rebounds. Off the bench, they got great bench production from P.J. Washington, 16 points, 8 rebounds. And James Bouknight, 11 points and 5 rebounds. But close game goes into overtime. 76ers get the win. All right, next game up is the Thunder at the Pistons, and the Thunder get the win here, winning 114-103. Luguentz, 28 points. Very well done by him. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander back, 30 points, 13 assists. Now we see why they won the game. Shout out to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander back and getting it done. Love seeing it. And then for the Pistons, Jeremy Grant, 20 points, 5 assists, 6 rebounds. Well done. We also had Cade Cunningham, 28 points, 11 rebounds, 5 assists. I see Cade Cunningham getting better and better and better every single game out here. So shout out to that. And if they just had something else here, they're starting to get kind of their big three figured out of Jeremy Grant, obviously Saddiq Bey, 15.7 rebounds, and then Cade Cunningham. But they need a bench piece. They need this other last piece here before we start betting on this Pistons team and truly starting to believe in them. But it's starting to shake out a little bit. We'll see if they can kind of do anything here. I know, it's still decently early on in the season. Let's get where they are in the standings. I know they're not anywhere close, but I want to see if they can make a push. Maybe the last in the Eastern Conference, the Pistons are at 4-19. They're 1-9 in their last 10, a 9-game losing streak. It's gonna take a lot of work to get. I mean, they're 9 games back from the 6th seed. So if they're 9 games back from the 6th seed and 9 games back from the 10th seed where it's the play-in tournament. So we'll see if they can try to make a push out here, but they got to get it figured out quicker than what they're going at. So Thunder get the win, 114-103. Then we get the Wizards at the Pistons here. Pacers. Wizards at the Pacers. Pacers get the win. Another loss here by the Wizards and against the Pacers. Ooh, that is never a great look. Sabonis, 30 points, 10 rebounds, 6 assists, 3 steals, a block. Very well done. We had Karis LeVert with 19 points. We had Malcolm Brogdon, 17 points, 8 assists, 6 rebounds. And Chris Duarte, 13 points, 5 rebounds. Off the bench, we had Jeremy Lamb, 10 points. O'Shea Brissett, 12 points, 8 rebounds, all getting it done. Very well done. And then for this Wizards team, Kyle Kuzma, 14 points. He shot 50%, not bad. We had Bradley Beal doing Bradley Beal things, 34 big O points. Aaron Holiday, 11 points. And Daniel Gafford at the 5, 14 points, 8 rebounds. Still coming up a little bit small here. Montrezl Harrell, solid bench contribution by 11 points and 5 rebounds coming off the bench here. But man, oh man, it's just this bench again. The bench again needs to step it up. Raul Neto, 6 points on 1 of 6 from the field. Denny Avdija, 2 points on 4 shots. We need them. Davis Bertans only playing 3 minutes out there, missing that other kind of bench piece to propel this Wizards team back on track. They've been taking all these losses out here. Maybe the Wizards were frauds all along. We'll see how they kind of, move forward past this game and past this losing streak. What do we got it up now at? Wizards are currently on a 3-game losing streak, 4-6 in the last 10. Got to get it figured out. Got to get it cleaned up. We'll see if they do it. Pacers get the win, 116-110. Then we get the Grizzlies at the Heat, and once again, we stay away from this Heat, especially without Bam Adebayo. Grizzlies get the win, 105-90. A nice dominant win here by the Grizzlies. No John Morant still, and they still were able to get it done. Not a good look by the Heat. Tyus Jones filling in at the 1 for John Morant. We have 14 points, 7 assists. Desmond Bane, 21 points, 8 rebounds. Steven Adams, 17 points, 16 rebounds. Potentially his best game of the season so far. And then Dylan Brooks, a nice 21 points, 8 assists for them as well to get the win. And then for the Miami Heat, having Dwayne Dedmon in at the 5 here for the Bam Adebayo replacement. 4 points, 6 rebounds, a minus 22 on the floor. Yikes. Duncan Robinson, 10 points, 3 rebounds, a minus 22 on the floor. We need him to step up. Points need to come from somewhere. We get Bam Adebayo. He's a great scorer down low, 15 to 20 points a game, no problem. So we need somebody else to pick it up. And once again, we can never rely on Duncan Robinson to do this. Kyle Lowry, Lowry, 17 points, 8 assists. Well done by him. PJ Tucker, 4 points on 4 shots, but he's just the defender out there. And then Jimmy Butler, only 10 points as well. We needed him to step it up. We had Tyler Hero, always stepping it up as usual. Off the bench, led the team in scoring, 24 big old points, 4 assists and 3 rebounds. Unfortunately, not enough to beat this Grizzlies team. The Heat are missing Bam Adebayo, folks. Grizzlies get the win, 105-90. Alrighty, next game up, one of our picks, Bulls -3, and the Bulls get the win here over the Nuggets. No problem. Bulls win 109-97. Once again, this Nuggets team, Aaron Gordon, folks, he's not a superstar, man. When he was on the Magic, he was a superstar because that team was so bad. Obviously, he'd be showing out. But now that he's with other superstars like Jokic, like Jamal Murray, like Michael Porter Jr., when they were all healthy, he's a solid 4 in that. But now that he has to become kind of the number 2, that's not really Aaron Gordon's game, folks. So there's no buyability, no bettability, no believability in this Nuggets team, and we cashed on it last night. So let's start here with the Bulls since they got the win. Zach LaVine, 32 points, 8 assists, and look at this, folks. Derrick Jones Jr. finding his way into the starting lineup, and I love it. We want to see this man have great success. We just need him to find where he belongs on this Bulls team. We'll see if it's at the starting 4 here. We'll see if it continues with Derrick Jones in the starting lineup. But Derrick Jones Jr. at the 4, 12 points, 9 rebounds. He was a -6 on the floor, shot 1 of 5 from the 3 and 41% on 12 shots, but I think I like it. We'll see. We get Vucevic at the 5, 20 points, 10 rebounds. Well, I guess no DeMar DeRozan last night, so I guess Derrick Jones Jr. won't be staying at the 4. That is where DeMar DeRozan plays, and I doubt you put Derrick Jones Jr. to the 2, where you do have that kind of free spot. Or you move DeMar DeRozan to the 2, or Zach LaVine, keep Zach LaVine at the 2. You can move around the lineup here, but very well done by Derrick Jones Jr. last night, 27 minutes. Lonzo Ball, 20 points, 4 assists, 10 rebounds. Vucevic, 20 points, 10 rebounds. And then we have anything great off the bench? Nothing really great off the bench. They got it done off the bench. Everybody on the bench was a huge plus when really everybody in the starting lineup was a minus. But Bulls get the win. Shout out to the big 3 they got working out over there. And then for the Nuggets, Jokic, 17 points, 15 assists, 12 rebounds, doing Jokic things. But unfortunately, you need the scores out here. And you don't have it with Michael Porter Jr. out and, Jamal Murray, the facilitator, all that. Definitely missing them. That is our 10 minutes. Jeez Louise, we still got a lot to go, so let's go through the rest of this quickly. We get Aaron Gordon, 18 points, 6 rebounds. He shot 43% on 16 shots. Monte Morris still at the 1, 19 points. We had Will Barton, 19 points as well. Just come up a little bit short here to the Bulls. Bulls get the win, 109-97. Then we get the Cavs at the Bucks. Cavs lose 104-112 over the Bucks here. For the Bucks, Bobby Portis still rocking the 5. Fantastically, 10 points, 16 rebounds. Giannis, 27 points, 12 rebounds. Chris Middleton, 21 points, 8 assists. Grayson Allen, 6 points on 2 of 5 from the 3. Alrighty, Grayson Allen getting into a little bit of a slump here. We'd like to see him back in kind of the 12 to 15 points a night range. We'll see if he can get back up there. And then Drew Holiday at the 1, 20 points, 8 assists, 7 rebounds. Everything was going great with that starting lineup last night. And then for the Cavs, kept it decently close. We still give this Cavs team credit. Jared Allen, 25 points, 9 rebounds, doing his damnedest down low over Bobby Portis and Giannis. We had Darius Garland, 10 points, 9 assists. We'll give him a little credit for that. Didn't shoot the best, 25% from the field. Lauri Markkanen, 20 points. Unfortunately, not able to get it done. So, Bucks get the win, 112-104. Then we get the Hawks at the Timberwolves, and the Hawks back on track here, winning 121-110. Just this Timberwolves team needs to find that other kind of third out here. They need that other third. They also did not have D'Angelo Russell last night, so unfortunate there. So Anthony Edwards does his things, 20 points, 7 assists. Karl Anthony Towns does his thing, 31 points, 16 rebounds. Then we had Leandro Balmero at the 1, filling in for D'Angelo Russell, and he had 2 points, no assists, 3 rebounds on 16% from the field. That is nothing like it. And then their other starting pieces, Jared Vanderbilt for 31 starting minutes, only 6 points, and Teron Prince in the starting lineup, only 5 points. They needed that other score, and they just don't have them. So Hawks get the win here. How did the Hawks win? We got Trae Young with 29 points, 11 assists, 7 rebounds, fantastic. Clint Capella, 9 points, but 16 big old rebounds. Timothy Luawe Cabaret, folks, at the 3, 23 points, able to get it done. And let's also shout out to Neil Gallinari off the bench, 20 big old points. And the Hawks beat the Timberwolves by 11. Then we get the Spurs at the Suns, and the Suns are back on their bullshit, folks. Back in the win column. They win 108-104. We were hoping the Suns could get back on track to prove that they are a legitimate team, and the streak wasn't some kind of fluke or anything like that. And once the streak ended, they didn't kind of mail it in and phone it in. Back getting the win. Chris Paul, 21 points, 10 assists. Landry Shamet still filling in for Devin Booker, 11 points, 3 assists, 3 rebounds. DeAndre Ayton, 14 points, 9 rebounds. Jay Crowder, 19 huge old points out there, 4 of 10 from the 3. And then McCall Bridges, only 6 points on 6 shots. Off the bench, very well done by Cameron Johnson, 13 points, and JaVale McGee, 13 points and 7 rebounds in only 12 minutes of play. Very well done. And then for the Spurs, they kept it close. Everybody in the starting lineup truly got it done. DeJounte Murray, 17 points, 14 assists, a magnificent night. Derek White, 12 points. We had Jacob Poeltl, 14 points, 11 rebounds. Doug McDermott, 14 points, and Keldon Johnson, 13 points, and also Bryn Forbes off the bench, folks, 15 points in 23 minutes. We'll take it. They lose by 4, 108-104. All right, and then the last game we bet on last night, Magic at the Warriors. Warriors get the big old dominant win, 126-95. So, getting the Magic plus 16 points was still not enough. We believed in Cole Anthony to keep it close, and Cole Anthony did not have the best night last night. Damn it. The one night we bet on Cole Anthony, he lets us down. I don't think we can ever bet on the Magic ever again, folks. Truly unfortunate, but the lesson has been learned. Cole Anthony, a down night, 9 points, 27% on 11 shots, 0 of 5 from 3, a minus 18 on the floor, only 1 assist. What is that, Cole Anthony? Where has that been? You've never done this before. Come on. Gary Harris had 17 points, Wendell Carter Jr., 14 points, 12 rebounds, and Franz Wagner, 15 points. Letting all these other scrubs pass you up, Cole Anthony. You're better than that. And then for the Warriors, Steph Curry, 31 points, 8 assists, something light for the man. Jordan Poole, 12 points, 7 assists, 7 rebounds. Kevon Looney still at the 5 here, 7 points, 5 rebounds in 12 minutes. Andrew Wiggins, 28 points, 8 of 10 from the 3. Oh my God. Putting up better numbers than Curry is. Jeez Louise, we should be calling Wiggins as we all hit, 3-pointers imaginationally. So well done with Andrew Wiggins, always consistent. Gosh dang, I love Andrew Wiggins. And then the last game of the night, the Clippers and the Blazers, and the Clippers get back on track here with the win, winning 102-90. Blazers still without Damian Lillard. That's really it. They also didn't have CJ McCollum, so really no chance to win last night. But let's shout out Norman Powell. Truly got it done. 29 points, 5 rebounds. And then Yusuf Nurkic, 31 points, led the team in scoring, 5 rebounds. So they tried their damnedest to keep this Blazers team, kind of together with all their kind of main number 1 and number 2 out. Unfortunately, still come up a little bit short here. So Blazers are just not ready, like we know. And then for the Clippers, Paul George, 21 points, 4 steals, 4 assists, 8 rebounds. We got Zubac at the 5 points, 6 rebounds. Reggie Jackson, 16 points, 6 assists, 6 rebounds. Luke Kennard, 15 points, 6 rebounds, all able to get it done. And Marcus Morris at the 4, 17 big old points. So Clippers back on track here. They beat the Blazers with nobody. So good win. Hey, every win's a good win. Alrighty, let's quickly see what do we got on tap tonight in the NBA. Could we do a little bit better than 1 and 2 officially last night? Only a couple of games on, 3 games on tonight, so let's see what we got. We got the Nets at the Mavericks here. Nets -4, Mavericks +4. I think I'm liking the Nets -4 here, folks. This Nets team is obviously the real deal, and this Mavericks team, they just been skidding 3-7 in their last 10. For the Nets, Joe Harris is still out, and they definitely need him. For the Mavericks, we get Tim Hardaway Jr. game time decision, Kristaps Porzingis game time decision, Luka Doncic game time decision. So a lot of game time decisions, and they haven't really been looking great when it's Luka Doncic and Kristaps Porzingis both on the floor together. So I'm taking the Nets -4 here on the road. It's Kevin Durant, it's James Harden, super consistent, making it work without, Kyrie Irving. Shout out to Patty Mills, and we're going to swallow the 4 there. Then we get the Knicks and the Spurs. Knicks -2.5, Spurs +2.5. This Spurs team on a back-to-back. Are you kidding me? And we only have to swallow 2.5 points. Everybody's good to go for the Knicks. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we're taking the Knicks -2.5. This Spurs team, they kept it close and still lost by 4 points. Now they're playing on a back-to-back. Who can we trust on this Spurs team for a back-to-back? There's no veterans on this team. These are all young guns. They don't know how to play the back-to-back, folks. Come on. We're taking the Knicks -2.5. And then the last game on tonight, Celtics at the Lakers. Ooh, this should be a real good one. Man, oh man. We do have a doubleheader on TNT. Nets Mavericks on at 7:30, and then the Celtics Lakers taking the nightcap. So it's going to be a great sports day. So for the Celtics, Jaylen Brown, a game-time decision. And then for the Lakers, we get LeBron James, game-time decision. Anthony Davis, game-time decision. And this Lakers team has just not been looking great. Now, this is an opportunity to get back on track here to beat the Celtics team. Still not believing in the Celtics team. We'll stay away from this game. We've already got 2 other games we're liking a lot better. So we'll just watch and enjoy Celtics at Lakers tonight. And hopefully LeBron James can get back on track here. I don't think the league is as good or as entertaining when LeBron James is not kind of at the forefront. I kind of do feel that way. The king does make everything better. But that's just what we feel over here. So we are officially taking the Nets -4 and the Knicks -2.5 tonight, swallowing the points, but we don't care. Great value. Teams that are fresh going against teams that are on back-to-back. We don't bet the back-to-back, folks. Nets -4, Knicks -2.5. Alrighty, that is all the NBA we had to go over for today. So let's head over to the NFL and start talking about that game from last night. That game that has everybody talking crazy today, folks. Patriots, Bills, winner gets the AFC East, winner gets the top of the AFC, and who came out on top? Well, it's always Billy B, folks. Come on. Of course, Bill Belichick got the win. This completed our 4-2 week of our 6 picks. Patriots +3. It was going down every single day throughout the weekend. And I believe it ended at Patriots +1.5. So y'all bet it down very well. I respect y'all for betting the Patriots +3, and we all knew that was the right bet. This Bills team has done really nothing meaningful all season long. Their defense really won them all the games. Remember, we were the ones that were telling you, hey, be wary of the Bills, and then I fell for y'all. See, this is why I don't listen to y'all, folks. I try not to listen to y'all that much, but y'all were saying Bills, 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 and y'all kind of got me believing. I was like, yeah, the Bills are actually good. I don't know what I'm talking about. We were the ones telling you, hey, they don't get it done in the red zone. They don't take advantage of all their short field starting positions, and they don't get it done settling for field goals instead of touchdowns. We knew this Bills team had trouble scoring, but then y'all got your hooks in me and started to make me a Bills believer. Damn, but we knew. We came to our senses by this time. We took the Patriots +3. We knew this Bills team could not do anything last night. And then about 2 hours before kickoff, when all the posts were coming out about how windy it was there in Buffalo, and it was real windy, folks. I lived it. I experienced it. I experienced the windstorm. Not in Buffalo, but I'm close to Buffalo. I get the wind, folks. I get the weather. So with the Bills not establishing the running game, and it's windy, you're not going to be able to pass. You couldn't even really kick the ball. And that's why, the Patriots only threw the ball 3 times. Well, we'll get to that, folks. So, 2 hours before the game, we knew it. Everybody should have been hammering. If you were coming into this game, didn't really know who to bet, the Bills -3, Patriots +3, or if you're betting it real close up to game time, Bills -1.5, Patriots +1.5. You should have known at that point, when all the wind was gusting and whipping around there in Buffalo, that it was going to be the Patriots winning all day long, because the Bills, they don't have that running game established. They never have. They trust Josh Allen to go and be a pure drop back passer, dropping back to pass 40, 45 times a game. That is not Josh Allen. That was last year Josh Allen, when there was no crowd in the stands, and there was no fan noise to, make it difficult for you to call the plays and understand what people are saying and just kind of overall navigate and control the offense. So when the wind was whipping, you should have known to take the Patriots plus whatever points they were, and the Patriots do end up getting the win 14-10, and the weather was truly the story of it all last night. Mac Jones throwing 3 times, but that was great for us, because what does that mean if their quarterback only throws 3 times? Well, that means we get to see the running backs rush it up, and what little low running back do the Patriots have? Our man, Ramondre Stevenson, and we got to sit back, relax on primetime national television for the AFC number 1 seed, and we got to sit back and watch Ramondre Stevenson run the rock 24 times. Man, was that great to watch. 24 rushes, 78 yards. I'm not going to knock him for only 78 yards, 3.3 yards a carry, a little bit under of what we like. We want to see a bare minimum of 3.5 yards, but the Bills knew the rush was coming every single time, and they still really couldn't stop Ramondre Stevenson. So shout out to Ramondre Stevenson getting 3.5 yards a carry when the Bills knew every single snap would be a running play. Yeah? So shout out to Ramondre Stevenson, folks. And yes, Damian Harris did have more yards, 111 yards and the touchdown, but that was on the breakaway run for 64 yards. So overall, Ramondre Stevenson had a little bit more of a consistent outing. So shout out to Ramondre Stevenson. All right, now that we got all that out of the way here, let's see where it started to go wrong for the Bills, folks. And the Bills got bitched, folks. I'm going to, use the cuss word. I apologize if there's young ears listening. We don't curse that much on the show, really at all. But when it calls for it, we will cuss, folks. And the Bills got absolutely bitched at home right off kind of early on in the game here. Everybody's going, punt. The Bills fumble the ball here early in the first quarter, or later in the first quarter. The Patriots take advantage, score a touchdown, but what do the Patriots do after scoring the touchdown? They go for 2, folks. They go for 2 points because it's windy. They don't want to kick it, and they get the 2-point conversion. Patriots are up 8-0. Now, the Bills have to punt, and then lucky for the Bills, this is how 7 of their 10 points came about. The Patriots muff a punt, sets up the Bills at their own, at the Patriots 14-yard line. Real easy scoring position from the 14-yard line. Well, let's not say that, because we all know how this game ended. Unfortunate, couldn't get it done in the red zone, I think, from like the 14-yard line. We're going to watch the last drive at the very end, but we'll talk about it then. So the Bills, they get the touchdown because of the muff punt. And what do the Bills do? They go bitch mode and kick the extra point instead of taking the 2-point conversion. This was a huge game, a clash of titans in the AFC. And the Bills, knowing that the Patriots just went for the 2-point conversion, they tucked their tail between the legs and kicked the extra point. That was really the game right from there, because what happens? They get down, and now they're down 4 points, and their last two possessions, they did get into field goal range, and they missed a field goal. Once again, it was windy. Wendy missed a 33-yard field goal, but then at the end of the game, they got right back down in the red zone, and we know the Bills struggle passing the ball. So if they went for 2 and got it, it's 14-11 at this point. You kick the field goal to tie up the game, 14-14, go and live for overtime. Maybe your defense can make a play, whatever it is. And, it's a tie game, 14-14, but instead you force Josh Allen at the end of the game to go out and win you the game. And when have we seen Josh Allen single-handedly win this Bills team a game? I can't really remember any time he's done that. So really, from this point on, the Bills, they're conservative. They're always so conservative in the big games. I mean, just going back to last season, folks, the Bills were putting up the points almost every single week. And then in the playoffs, they barely, I think the most they put up in the playoffs was like 24 points. They didn't really move the ball that well. They weren't, as dangerous downfield passing as they were because Sean McDermott and Brian Dable, I don't know who has the overall kind of final say in the overall offense. Both of those, or one of those, or whoever has the main voice, they clam up, and the Bills truly clammed up in this game, not going for the 2-point conversion to tie the Bills at 8-8. They went down, kicked the extra point. They kicked in the wind, folks. That is big bitch made right there. When the Patriots come in, throw the ball only 3 times on the road. This is the Bills' conditions. It is kind of the Patriots, conditions as well in the Northeast, all that. But the Bills were at home, and you got bitched right in front of your home crowd real early on in this game, folks. I don't know what it is. We do kind of knock some coaches a little bit for going for it all the time on 4th down, but this Bills team has no aggressiveness bone in their body when they're facing the big teams, the best teams. They would rather try to not lose the game. And you know how much that infuriates us of coaches coaching to not lose the game. If you coach to not lose the game, you will most likely lose the game. Brian Flores is doing it all the time over there in Miami. This Bills team does it in every single big game that there is. And the Bills did it last night, and that's why they lost 14-10. We can also put the blame a little bit on Josh Allen. Didn't look the best out here for Buffalo. Let's start breaking down these stats a little bit. We get Josh Allen going 15 of 30, and once again, it was windy as heck. So we're not going to put a lot of weight on the passing game overall and the shortcomings of the passing games between both of these two teams. I'm weighing the non-aggressiveness a lot more than Josh Allen's lackluster passing. And it wasn't Josh Allen all the time. It was the receivers. I believe it was Dawson Knox on kind of that 3rd down. We're going to watch that final drive, folks. But Dawson Knox, that great throw that Josh Allen made, escaping out of the pocket forever, launching it down, finally finding something relatively open. Dawson Knox fights back towards the ball, gets his hand on it, but his stone hands, because it's so cold, just drops the ball, and that would have been the game winner. Unfortunate. So it's not all on Josh Allen. It's not all on the wide receivers, and I think it's a lot more on just the overall scheme of the offense here. Brian Dable, he knew he was in big hot water because he knew he had to run the ball, and they have not established a running game all season long, folks. So they knew they were in for a tough day. Now, they did use the screen a little bit. They did let Josh Allen run the ball a little bit, which we have been saying we have wanted forever. Unfortunately, it's still not getting it done scoring the ball. They need to continue to work on their kind of screen game in the running game with Josh Allen a little bit more. And, you better start quick because now this Bills team, no real clout anymore in the national media. Nobody's really kind of riding them 100%. Obviously, nobody's talking about Josh Allen at the MVP discussion anymore. Nobody's really talking about Buffalo Bills in the Super Bowl anymore, and that's because of their lackluster scoring overall offensively. Remember, those early games, the defense was giving the Bills such easy field positions, and most of the time, the Bills were like, yeah, we're not going to really score here. We're not really going to score here. And the defense locking down their opponents made the game seem like a blowout when it really wasn't. So this Bills team has not really had a signature win all season long, and I'm not going to give them a signature. Well, they kept it close. This was the biggest game of the season to assert yourself, to assert your dominance. You were at home, and you floundered like always against Bill Belichick, like it happens every single year for every AFC East team. I'm not just putting Buffalo out there. The Dolphins, the Jets, that's everybody. But it's classic Bill Belichick. So Josh Allen, 15 of 30, 50% completion percentage, 145 yards. It was windy, 1 touchdown, no interception. He did fumble once and lost the ball, and this fumble led to 7 points for New England, or 8 points, and kind of that kind of turnaround, game-altering 2-point conversion. So that was a huge fumble in hindsight there by Josh Allen. Truly unfortunate. In the rushing attack, Josh Allen led the team in rushing. Like we said, 6 rushes for 39 yards. We had Devin Singletary, 10 rushes for 36 yards. And Zach Moss, 8 rushes for 21 yards. Ramondre Stevenson by himself basically ran the same amount that these Bills rushers did. Shout out to Ramondre Stevenson. Shout out to these workhorse running backs getting it done. Run me 30, run me 40. It doesn't matter. I am going to get to production. Ramondre Stevenson, folks, that is a bad man, and he's just getting started. Rookie, like 6th round pick. Give this man credit, folks. Man, oh man, we've been shouting out Ramondre Stevenson for like the last 3 weeks, folks. We've been looking at him and watching him on our Wednesday film study days. Go back to our YouTube clips and watch the man Ramondre Stevenson absolutely go to work. So the Buffalo Bills just come up short, man. They were in scoring territory. Like I said, we are going to watch that final drive in a minute. But let's finish up here with the Patriots stats from last night. Mac Jones. And this is why I got to start praising Billy B, folks. What have we been saying about the Colts? We don't want Carson Wentz throwing the ball more than 20 times. And I'm sure what y'all rebuttals was, obviously people are going to throw more than 20 times a game. I mean, this is the new age NFL. They always throw. They throw more than the run. You can't win a game where you run more than you throw. You can't win a game with your quarterback throwing under 20 times. You cannot win that way. But Bill Belichick, folks, everybody take a page, especially Frank Reich. Please take a page out of the playbook that Bill Belichick just literally introduced, wrote himself, got it done last night. Take this play out of the playbook of only having your quarterback throw the ball 3 times. This is exactly what I want the Colts offense to look like every single game. Carson Wentz, 2 of 3, 3 of 3. I would hope not 1 of 3. That would be bad. But throwing the ball 3 times and letting your running backs get it done. The Patriots have two great running backs, Damian Harris, Ramondre Stevenson, and the Colts have 3, Marlon Mack, Nyheim Hines, and we all know the A1, Tier 1, Jonathan Taylor. There is no reason why Bill Belichick just showed it right here. You can do it. This is no longer out of the realm of possibilities of only allowing and letting your quarterback throw the ball 3 times. So thank you, Bill Belichick, for bringing this playbook into the realm of football. And hopefully some of these other more run-dominant teams will start just running and 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 running 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 running. I'm trying to get to 34 times, folks. Running. I think that's 34. Damian Harris, 10 rushes. Ramondre Stevenson, 24 rushes. You're lucky I'm not doing the 4 by Brandon Bolden, the 1 by Nelson Aguilar, the 1 by Kendrick Bourne, the 1 by Jonnu Smith, and the 5 by Mac and Cheese himself. Woof, we will save our breath of the running. So they can get it done running the ball. And I just kind of want to quickly take a look. I mean, the only kind of team that was really run dominant over the last kind of 2-3 years, we're only going to take the last 2-3 years, folks. I'm not scouring the last 20 years of what teams were just pure running and all that. Just going to get a quick look at some numbers here. Let's go to the Titans. Or actually, let's go to Ryan Tannehill. Ryan Tannehill career stats and see how many times or what kind of the fewest number of times the Titans allowed Ryan Tannehill to throw in a game and how that looked, because we know if Ryan Tannehill's not throwing that much in a game, that means that, Derrick Henry's getting it done, right? Running the ball 40, 50 times a game, because that's what the Titans are. Their true identity is all Derrick Henry, a la why that Derrick Henry is out now, that the Titans are floundering over and over again, like we know. So here we go. Ryan Tannehill gets to the Titans. 2019, here we go. These are all the attempts Ryan Tannehill has taken as a Titan. Let's see what his lowest was. Game number 1, where he didn't start the game, got thrown in the game. He threw the ball 16 times. Then here we go. First official start, 29 attempts, 33 attempps, 39 attempts, 19 attempts, and they won that game 35-32. They were able to put up 35 points by just rushing the football. Tannehill had 19 throws, 181 yards. He did throw 2 touchdowns. But you can get it done without running the ball. Then the following week, Ryan Tannehill threw the ball 18 times. They put up 42 points. Got it done. You can win games and put up points without throwing the ball 20 times a game. That's what we're talking about. Obviously, no team's ever going to throw the ball 3 times a game. That's never going to happen again unless like these special circumstances. But 20, folks, this is what I'm saying. These more run-dominant teams really only need to throw the ball 20 times a game to get it done. Trust your runners and trust your defense. I mean, that's another reason why the Patriots were able to do what they did yesterday, was because their defense is really good. And we know the Colts defense is really, really good, folks. So you don't need Carson Wentz throwing the ball more than 20 times a game. And he just had, what did we say yesterday when we broke down the game? How many passes did he have? It was good. It was like exactly what we wanted to see. 22, exactly. Put up 31 points, 22 throws. We can do this. Stop falling in love of the overall narrative that you can only win and put up points and move the ball by throwing the ball. This is a pass-heavy NFL league now, and the running game is becoming obsolete. You don't need to fall in that line of thinking. Obviously, if you don't have a great running back like a Derrick Henry, like a Jonathan Taylor, like a combined running back by committee of Damian Harris and Ramondre Stevenson, then you can't do that. I'm not talking that every team should be doing this, but the run-heavy teams, the Titans with Derrick Henry, the Colts with Jonathan Taylor, Marlon Mack, and Nyheim Hines. You don't need to throw the ball 30, 40 times a game. We're seeing it. Get it done, folks. Let's keep quickly going here by Ryan Tannehill. 22 throws, they get the win. 27 throws, 36, 27, 20. They win the game throwing the ball 20 times. Next season, full season here. 43 throws, 24 throws, 37, 28, 41, 30, 30, 21. They get the win in Chicago. 27, 31, 22, they get the win. He has 45 points overall. They get the win. Only 22 throws. 45 throws, 24 throws, 27, 24, 27. Then we're at this year. 35, 40. 27, 49, 22. They win the game throwing the ball 22 times. They put up 37 points. 29 attempts, 27 attempts, 33, 27, 27, 52, and 21 just last week. Unfortunately, they lose to the Patriots, throwing the ball 21 times. You're not going to beat the Patriots at their own game, which is not throwing the ball. Come on, folks, okay? But overall, you can win these games not throwing the ball that much. Obviously, you're still going to throw the ball. You don't need to throw it this much. Please, Frank Reich, reel it in. Stop forcing the credit. That's really that's what it's coming down to, folks. Frank Reich is trying to force the credit to Carson Wentz, and until they start to run the ball and they start to take the ball out of Carson Wentz's hand in kind of the key situations of being down or being in the red zone, taking the ball out of his hands, they will not convince me that Frank Reich is trying to give the credit single-handedly to Carson Wentz until they stop throwing the ball so much and giving the ball in Carson Wentz's hand in the kind of biggest moments. So where do we leave off here? You can win the game. You can win games without throwing the ball. The Patriots did it. The Titans have done it. You can do it. Mac Jones, 2 of 3, 66%. And this was an easy day for a completion percentage, folks. We didn't even need to break out the calculator. 50% for Josh Allen, right on the number. And there's only 3 attempts by Mac Jones. There's not a lot of calculations going on. So thank y'all. Thank y'all, Monday Night Football, for making our job easier. We don't have to bring out the technology. So Mac Jones, 2 of 3, 19 yards, no touchdowns, and no interceptions. And once again, back to everybody knocking the Patriots this week, or today, this morning. It was so bizarre. I woke up, I was scrolling Twitter, I was like, why did the narrative literally shift overnight of everybody not giving the Patriots respect? Is it because it's not the cool thing to do, so everybody wants to kind of be, counter to the point? Let's all relax and grow up a little bit, folks. So, Mac Jones, 2 of 3 for 19 yards. Nobody, like, I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say to y'all anymore. Mac Jones, he's a rookie quarterback, and we know he's a game manager. This is the ultimate game managing quarterback. He's doing what he's been doing. The Patriots have been doing what they've been doing. That it's not all about Mac Jones. This is a team game, offensively, defensively, special teams, coaching, all of that. It's not all on just Mac Jones. And everybody wants to say, well, the Patriots don't deserve to win because Mac Jones only threw the ball 3 times. That's not a real win. It's like, what are y'all talking about? You play to win the game. Do y'all not know this is Bill Belichick? This is what he does, folks. He wins games. Why does Bill Belichick win games? Because he doesn't get caught up in the narratives of, oh, this is a passing league. You've got to throw the ball 3 attempts. They get the win. He doesn't listen to the outside noise that y'all are spewing here for no reason. He's great because he wins. He wins because he knows how to play the game, the actual game, NFL football, and not the game y'all play of saying nonsense to get likes and clicks and to get famous. That's why we're not famous. That's why Takes My Fans isn't famous, folks, because we don't spew the nonsense, okay? Hey, I'll sell out and spew the nonsense if that's what y'all want. Bill Belichick is trash. He's a fraud. The Bills are the best team in the league. Yes, they lost against the Patriots, but they threw the ball more times, so they should win. This is a passing league. Do y'all not know it's the NFL? They pass the ball now. The Bills are old school dinosaur teams. They don't know how to win. They can't keep this up. They are frauds. Frauds. The number 1 team in the AFC is frauds. Are we famous yet? I see the subscribers already rolling in, folks. We don't do that. I'll sell out on everything besides doing that. So you can win the game without throwing the ball. Bill Belichick deserves all the credit for this great game plan, and so does, McDaniels, Josh McDaniels. I mean, I don't know whose official idea it was to throw the ball 3 times. I don't know if Bill Belichick shut it down, or I don't know if Josh McDaniels was like, well, it's windy as heck, so of course I'm not going to have him throw the ball here. We've got great running backs. Trust your team. This is a team game, a team sport. 11 players on offense on the field at the same time, folks. It's not all about just one player, and everybody's trying to make it about one player. That Mac Jones didn't throw the ball, and that's why the Patriots don't deserve any credit for this win, and Bill Belichick doesn't deserve any credit for this win because he won the game running the ball and ran it goddamn well, folks. 10 carries by Damian Harris, 111 yards. Ramondre Stevenson, 24 rushes for 78 yards. Brandon Bolden, 4 rushes for 28 yards. Folks, we're talking about 200 yards rushing here, and you're not going to give Bill Belichick any credit for when the Bills knew the rush was coming every single time. You don't want to give Bill Belichick any credit? What are y'all talking about? Let's, we don't have to finish up the stats here. Who did Mac Jones throw to? Jonnu Smith, 1 catch, 12 yards. Brandon Bolden, 1 catch, 7 yards. That's what Mac Jones was throwing to. So now, once again, teams giving the Bills no credit right here. Sean McDermott on the Bills' Monday Night Football loss to the Patriots says, quote, let's not give more credit than we need to give credit to Bill Belichick in this one. Now, this question, it's a stupid question out here. Do they phrase the question? Let me go to this article. Bill Belichick received a lot of credit for New England's game plan on a blustery night, which included a run-first approach that had the Patriots attempt a piddling 3 passes in a 14-10 road victory in Buffalo. Bills coach Sean McDermott was not among those heaping praise on Bill Belichick. All right, the question that the reporter asked, I would have scoffed at this question too, and I probably would have said the same thing Sean McDermott said. Obviously, the clickbait quote here, let's not give more credit than we need to give credit to Bill Belichick in this one. You gave Bill Belichick all the credit in the world, besides how this question was phrased, which was like, a reporter was asking Sean McDermott, hey, what did you think about, it was like Bill Belichick's like mental games by, running the ball consistently. Did that affect Sean McDermott, mentality wise, just coach v coach, all of that? That's a lame ass question. All right, yes, Bill Belichick is a great coach. Nobody's doubting that. But to say that Bill Belichick is mind gaming and manipulating so well that other coaches don't do that, I thought that was a little wild to keep saying. So I understand Sean McDermott saying that kind of here, but Bill Belichick still deserves a ton of credit. And, Sean McDermott wasn't the only one kind of saying Bill Belichick doesn't deserve any credit, folks. It's everybody in the national media waking up this morning. Oh, Bill Belichick was overrated for this win, all that. Folks, you play to win the game. The Bills were at home. This was billed as the game. Whoever wins is kind of the best in the AFC. That was kind of what this game was built up for all week long, folks. This was the Monday game, so we had the entire long week to talk about it. That's what this game was billed. The Bills were -3 at home. The Bills, with Josh Allen being MVP frontrunner 5 weeks into the season. Bills best team, knocking on the door last year, ready to bust it down this year. And they lose the game, folks. Everyone wants to talk about coaching. Well, why couldn't Sean McDermott, coach up something good? If it was so simple, if it was so easy to win this game, and we shouldn't be giving any credit to Bill Belichick, then why didn't Sean McDermott go out and win this game? If it was so easy to coach up and win this game, why couldn't you do it? Oh, the Patriots only put up 14 points. Why couldn't Sean McDermott score 17 points, folks? Why couldn't they do that, right? So spare me that Bill Belichick deserves no credit and that Sean McDermott's one of the best coaches in the league. Can you spare me a little bit, folks? And then we get the other side, Bill Belichick on what the Patriots can use from Monday Night Football. And now this is the stunt. Now this is, this is what I love to hear. Bill Belichick on what the Patriots can use from Monday Night Football's win and Bills rematch. Once again, they got to face each other again. Quote by Bill Belichick, "We can use our whole passing game, all the pass plays that we have they haven't seen." Ooh, Bill said, "I'm gonna come into your stadium, primetime television, run the ball. I'm not even gonna show you the pass. Beat us, we don't care. We're not showing you the pass. We'll split the series, we don't care. We're only running the ball here. We're not giving you any film, any tape, any kind of experience, on-field experience against our passing plays, our passing routes. No. You did that. You exposed your running game and your passing game. And you got to go into where? Oh, this game was in Buffalo. You got to come to us. You got to come to big old Daddy Belichick, Daddy Billy B, Daddy Bill. You got to come to Father Bill with your running game exposed." Well, we've seen that play. We've got your plays. We're calling out your plays, baby. Passing plays, running plays. We're calling them out. Oh, come back on Diggs. Oh, that's a knockdown. Almost a pick. Almost had the pick. We read the route. Oh, it's Josh Allen throwing the ball deep. Well, we know we don't have to really worry about that because we know Josh Allen's accuracy isn't that great. We'll let that man be wide open. We don't care. We've got you. We've got you in 4K. We've got every single play, all 30 pass plays that you ran, and all 20-plus run plays. We've got a nice chunk of 50 plays that this Bills team has ran, and we're watching them. We're not even going to prepare for any other team, any other game. We know the classic Bill. Oh, I'm on to Cleveland. I'm on to the Ravens. I'm on to next week. Bill Belichick, no. I don't give a fuck about next week. I don't give a fuck about the next couple weeks. When do we face the Bills? When do the Patriots reface the Bills here? When does that happen? Let me get that up. When do the Patriots reface the Bills here? When does Bill Belichick, 2 weeks, so he doesn't give a damn about this week or next week. He's not worried about the game. He's not thinking about those games. He's thinking about those plays that the Bills ran. And he's about to smoke the Bills again. And he's going to have Mac Jones throw the ball 50 times because, you didn't want to give me credit for him throwing the ball 3 times. Well, I'm going to throw the ball 50 times and run the ball 1. So give me credit then. Keep that same energy. Bill Belichick, yes, sir. We can use our whole passing game, all the pass plays that we have they haven't seen. Yeah, that's an icy cold flex right there. Bill Belichick is the GOAT. We know this. So that's really it. We're not going to watch the final drive. I know we said we would, folks. I apologize. Just Josh Allen not getting it done. And once again, it's not all Josh Allen. We can go, running the ball on first down here. First and 10. They were at the 14-yard line. Let me see if I can quickly fast forward. There's a lot of breaks and timeouts here. Let's get the second down play right here. The back shoulder to Stephon Diggs out of bounds right here. So once again, like we said, it was not all on just one person, the play calling, the receivers or Josh Allen. It's them all right here. This was Josh Allen, a miss. Play call to run the ball on first down, maybe a little bit of a miss. We get 3rd and 9 right here. It gets blown dead. Let's skip to when they actually run the third down play. It's 3rd and 14. Josh Allen needs to feel way more comfortable in the pocket. This pocket's not even collapsing, and it was like this all game long and kind of all season long. Josh Allen gets happy feet in the pocket, folks. This man does not feel comfortable ever in the pocket, always looking to dance out of the way. Now, this was a great job to avoid the pressure. This is what we know Josh Allen can do. This is why we want him to run the ball more, because he's big. He can avoid the pressures. He can avoid kind of the tackles and get out of them and all that, the hand tackles and all that. Josh Allen keeps the ball alive, keeps his eyes down the field, and delivers an absolute ball right here to Dawson Knox. It was absolutely incredible. We're going to get a great replay from the back angle right here. I mean, this isn't really even open, but it's great work by Dawson Knox to see that the ball is coming to him and goes and plays it perfectly, sheds the defender, gets in front of it, but then just can't hold on to the ball. That was a great job. Look at that. That's right in the hands. It's great defense too. It's great defense, but at the end of the day, you got to make the play. You're the home team. You're the one driving to win the game. You must make the plays. It's like, the justice system. It falls on the prosecution to prove more than a reasonable doubt that he's guilty. The defense doesn't even have to make a case. You have to prove I'm guilty. You have to do that. You have to win the game. You're at home. You're the Bills. You go win the game. They didn't go and win the game. That's what it comes down to. So, couldn't hit it to Dawson Knox, and once again, this was not on Josh Allen. This was a good throw by Josh Allen, just unfortunately not great. So we have one bad throw by Josh Allen, a bad catch by a receiver, and then on the 4th down play, we're going to have a little bit of is it a bad play call? I don't know if it's a bad play call. Let me go back here. I think I skipped it. I guess it's another maybe bad throw by Josh Allen, potentially. Let's watch it one more. Let's watch it first here. Let me get to this because, like I said, we had to skip around a little bit. Got to go back a little bit here. Just looking for the 4th down play, and we're going to get it right here in a second. It was like, 2 guys going deep on the left side, and I think Josh Allen just kind of threw it to the wrong guy and how the defense was. There's a great replay here's the play. Here it is, 4th and 14. We got Dubs to the left over here, and they're both just going deep, and Josh Allen's supposed to make the right read right here, and I don't think he makes the right read, and he didn't throw a good ball either way. So Josh Allen, really bad kind of play right here. Yeah, we'll put this one on Josh Allen. So here we go. It's going to be perfect right here. There's only 2 defenders on the left side. So 2 defenders on the left side, 2 receivers on the left side. Here it is. So Josh Allen is just waiting to see what's going to happen here, what move's going to break off, which is open, and I think you throw to this inside receiver. You've got all this room over here. You've got man over here. There's no safety over the top. So you throw this ball inside, he goes outside, and this defender can make a play at the last second. And also Josh Allen, even if this defender wasn't here, this ball is 5 yards to the left and 10 yards behind the receiver. So bad throw either way, and I think he made the wrong read of going to the outside receiver instead of the inside receiver. So nothing great there by Josh Allen in this game. So that was really Monday Night Football, folks. Give Bill Belichick his respect. I don't want to hear the nonsense that he doesn't deserve any respect. I don't know where the hell that's coming from, and I don't respect that take at absolutely all, folks. Don't respect it at all. So give Bill Belichick his good old credit. Alrighty, last thing to do here. Let's update our power rankings in the NFL now that 13 weeks in the NFL have gone by. Every team playing all their games there. Just finished Monday Night Football. Let's reorder our top 10. And I'm telling y'all right off the rip here, 3 teams are exiting. I'm getting rid of 3 teams. I'm done with the nonsense. No second. Well, you get a second chance if you can get back on the list here. But, if you show it, you show it. We're at the end of the season here. You're supposed to be at your best. And we're not playing around. Well, yeah, they they had some good things, they lose, but no, you're getting kicked out. You're done. I'm going to have winners here in the top 10. If you're not winning, you're out of here. Winners only. So our top 10 heading into week 13, we had Rams at 10, Dolphins at 9, Bills at 8, Bengals at 7, Ravens at 6, Bills at 8, Bengals at 7, Ravens at 6. I think we all know who the three are that are getting kicked out there. We got Cowboys at 5, Patriots at 4, Bucks at 3, Packers at 2, and the Cardinals the number 1 team in the league. So let's start at number 10, work our way up to number 1, and we'll tell you why we're kicking these teams out when we get to them. So here we go. New number 10 team in the first, new team in the top 10. We're going the Chiefs. Alrighty. They've been cleaning up the turnovers a little bit. At the end of the day, it's Patrick Mahomes, and they're getting it figured out. The defense has really been stepping up. The offense needs to get going a little bit more consistently. They're starting to fall in kind of the Bills territory of having a great defense, but a little bit of a lackluster offense overall. The turnovers of Patrick Mahomes throwing the ball to a wide open receiver and the receiver just not catching the ball, bouncing off his hands, and the interception falling into the hands of the defender, easy peasy. They need to clean that up, but those mistakes, I mean, they're not even really mistakes. They're just, unfortunate, a little bit of drops. It's not like Patrick Mahomes is making the wrong read or just throwing the ball up like Lamar Jackson does, or makes the wrong read like Josh Allen does. It's these receivers just not focusing 100%. But they're still winning games. At the end of the day, they still got Patrick Mahomes, and the defense is getting better every single week. Like the Dolphins, like Washington, like this Chiefs defense. Yes, they were bad in the first 5, 6, maybe even give them the first 8 weeks of the season. But in the back half, now it's a new it's not a new season, but teams actively change, folks. That's why we do the show every single day. There is new information, new evidence to curve or change or just kind of even out our narratives of what these teams truly are, and this Chiefs defense is kind of the real deal now. So Chiefs cracking the top 10 again. Very well done at number 10. Alrighty, new number 9 team here, and we're gonna go the Eagles. Man, oh man, what a performance! I mean, no Jalen Hurts filling in Gardner Minshew, bingo bango. Offense is rolling, defense was fantastic. Didn't allow any points in the second half. On the road, all that. This Eagles team is the real deal. Run, passing game, one of the most well-balanced offenses in the league. Nick Sirianni, rookie head coach, figuring out the NFL better than Urban Meyer has. Better than Matt Rule has. I mean, he truly deserves to be kind of spoken along the lines of the other great younger head coaches, of Zach Taylor, of Brandon Staley, and of Cliff Kingsbury. I mean, we really need to start talking about Nick Sirianni in that discussion. Not like Matt Rule, and not like Urban Meyer, and not like Dan Campbell. Those are the trash coaches. Nick Sirianni is not one of those. Big shout out and big credit to this Eagles team. Eagles at 9. Alrighty, new number 8 team is no longer the Bills. They are out of here. Bills are out of here. Done. What a letdown. What a loss. And then everybody wants to make excuses and all this and this and this and that. And Sean McDermott says, hey, Bill Belichick, let's not get his head big up a little bit. Well, why don't we get your head a little small first of all? No? Worry about your own size of your head first, Shawnee. You've done nothing in this league. You made it to an AFC championship game. I can make it to an AFC championship game, okay? It's not that hard. I'll run the ball. I can do it. Bills, no longer number 8. Get out of here. New number 8 team here. And we're going to give this team a little credit. We'll see how much, but we'll give them a little bit here. Hopefully it doesn't bite us in the butt. We're finally going to recognize the Colts a little bit. Last week was exactly what we wanted to see. Huge rushing attack. And they mixed it up with the runs. That's even more impressive. Make this offense run-oriented, screen-oriented. We got Jonathan Taylor with 32 rushes. I mean, chef's kiss right there, folks. I'd put the Colts at number 1 just off of that alone, but unfortunately the Cardinals are still here. So Jonathan Taylor ran the ball, but we also had 2 rushes by Michael Pittman. Yes. And then using Nyheim Hines, fantastic. Using Deion Jackson, using Zach Pascal, getting it done. That's what I want to see out of this Colts team. So we're going to give them a little buyability here, a little believability. The Colts defense is, another reason why they are in the top 8 here at number 8. So we'll take it slow with the Colts. Let's not get past happy again. If you didn't get past happy against the Texans, then I can't really give you the green light for being past happy against any other team. Like, this is the offense now. Moving forward, this is the offense. Bill Belichick just proved you can do it. Only passing 3 times. You can still win the game. So giving the Colts a little credit here. Running game is fantastic, and hopefully they keep it up. They did it last week. No reason to switch it up. Don't fix what's broken. What's not broken. Fix what's broken, which is Carson Wentz. He's been broken. We've known this. So Colts at number 8. Alrighty, new number 17 right here. No longer the Bengals. Bengals losing to the Chargers. Bengals are a little bit of frauds, and they are out of the top 10 here. Out of the top 10. Over the Bengals. Losing, you are out. I'm done. New number 17, we're giving it to the Dolphins, folks. Once again, unapologetic right here. This Dolphins defense is the real deal. And with the worst offense in the league, with no consistent pass catchers, with one of the worst offensive line in the game, he's still getting it done. 80, 87, 73% completion percentage, no turnover last game. Oh my goodness, now he's truly balling out. Now he's stunting on us with no turnovers. The offense is getting better every single week. We love to see it. The Dolphins defense, it's the real deal, folks. Dolphins defense, real deal certified. We've got the Eagles defense, real deal certified. We've got, obviously, the Patriots, real deal defense certified. And Washington, real deal defense certified. Also, Chiefs, real deal defense certified. That's, what do we rattle off? 5? That's really all there is. Bills are not. No. Dolphins at number 7 here. Absolutely looking great here. Defense, offense, getting it done. Winning. Did y'all know 5-game winning streak, and now they're on the bye? They went all this way without a bye, folks. They were 1-7, nothing to look forward to, just more games, more potential losses that they turned into wins. Now on the bye. Shout out to the Dolphins. Even after London, they didn't get the bye. 2 weeks after London, they didn't get the bye. 3 weeks after London, didn't get the bye. A whole month after London. I think 2 months after London, they finally get the bye. That's disrespectful as heck. Absolutely. NFL, get better, do better, please. Dolphins at 7. Alrighty, new number 16, Ravens out of the top 10. Lamar Jackson playing a little too loosey-goosey for my liking, and he plays loosey-goosey because he can play loosey-goosey. 4 interceptions. They lose by 1 possession. No, they win the game. 4 interceptions. 1 interception, 2 interceptions. Maybe lose the game, but always the ball in his hands, down 1 score, last possession of the game. So, Patrick Mahomes does the same thing. Lamar Jackson does the same thing. When you're so great and so consistently great for a year after year, 2 years straight, whatever it is, you get a little lackadaisical. You get lackadaisical because you can afford to be lackadaisical because you can win, and you've always proven you can win while being a little bit of lackadaisical. But you lost. You lost being lackadaisical, even though it was a good call to go for a 2-point conversion, all that. Unfortunately, you lost, and we've got no time for losers here in the top 10. So, new number 16, moving this team up a little bit because they passed our bars. The Rams at number 6. We set a bar for them. We dropped them down to number 10, claimed them as frauds, and then we had redemption week this week. Rams hit the redemption goals. We had 4 goals. 3 touchdowns, no picks, 250 passing yards, 100 rushing yards, and over 35 points. I mean, we had 4 big bars there, and they hit them all. Got to respect the Rams. We moved them up to number 6. Offense is still good. Defense, solid. Offense should be a little bit more consistent. That's kind of the biggest knock on the Rams overall, is just kind of their overall consistency passing the ball. But overall, it got cleaned up last week. We give them credit. Rams at 6. All right, number 5 team, we're keeping the Cowboys. Good win this week, all that. We still want to see this offense get a little bit more consistent. The Dak and CeeDee Lamb hookup needs to be more consistent. We've got to see the Cowboys defense was fine last week. We give them the credit against the Saints, no problem. But we just got to get this offense going a little bit more. We'll take it a little slow here by the Cowboys. Won't rush to jump them back to number 2, back to number 1. We'll keep them at number 5 here, but this is a really good Cowboys team. Hopefully they can keep it up. Alrighty, new number 4 team. We're dropping this team back a spot here. We're going the Bucks at number 4. Tom Brady's great. The Gronk connection is back. Thank goodness. I'm sure Tom Brady's saying thank goodness as well. What did Gronk have? Like 3 catches, 2 touchdowns. Classic. Gronk like 70 yards. Like, geez Louise. So yeah, defense is there. Offense, it's Tom Brady. Bucks. They moved down a spot because we're moving the Patriots up a couple of spots here from 4 to 3. Patriots with the big O win. Bill Belichick, absolutely masterful game plan, stunting, only throwing the ball 3 times. Everybody says it couldn't be done. You can't do that. And if you do that, it won't result into a win. Well, newsflash, it does result into a win. Bill Belichick setting the trends, leading by example, doesn't give a damn about what anybody says about him, but we respect the hell out of that. Patriots at number 3. Defense is fantastic. Offense is fantastic. Ramondre Stevenson, best running back in the league. All right, and then number 2 and number 1, we're keeping the Packers at number 2 here on a bye. We'll keep them at number 2. Fantastic. Aaron Rodgers' defense is playing so great and one of the most consistent teams in the league. There's really only been 2 consistent teams in this league all season long, the Cardinals and the Packers, and they're so consistent. Packers on the bye, we're not going to move them down any, so they stay at number 2, and then the Cardinals stay at number 1, coming off of a win. Kyler Murray back, DeAndre Hopkins back. Defense is always here. It's never left, but we'll call it back officially. So Cardinals, everything is great, the most consistent team in the league, and they'll stay at number 1. So our top 10 heading into week 14, we got Chiefs at 10, Eagles at 9, Colts at 8, Dolphins at 7, Rams at 6, Cowboys at 5, Bucks at 4, Patriots at 3, Packers at 2, and the Cardinals the number 1 team in the NFL. Alrighty, folks, that's going to do it for us today. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. We are back live tomorrow, noon Eastern, on our Wednesday film study day, our favorite day of the week, going a little bit more in depth into some of the narratives that we've been saying over the last couple of weeks, what the national media has been saying over the last couple of weeks. Who should we be buying? Should we be buying anybody heading into week 14? Should we be selling anybody heading into week 14? We do our investigation tomorrow, looking at all the film. So we've got that tomorrow, doing our NBA Daily 10. And really, we only have time for our, NFL film study. We love to, do all the teams we can, all the matchups we can, and all the plays that we can. So we're back live tomorrow, noon Eastern, folks. That's what we've got on tap. Respect Bill Belichick. I don't want to see any more Billy B slander, or I'm coming after you. You understand me? I will be coming after everybody, not giving Bill Belichick any respect. Give the respect. I get no respect. Where's the respect? Alrighty, folks. That's it for us today. We are out of here. We're back live tomorrow, noon Eastern. Don't forget it, folks. We're out of here. 4-2 on the week. Bingo, bango. We got our finger on the pulse, folks. Week 14, sheesh Louise, be with our side because we're making money. We've finally figured out the NFL. We're ready to cash in 100%. 4-2 this week, 6-0 next week. We'll see you tomorrow.